Back on streaming. Let's find out which arena we're going to play. Okay, there is the hourly Blitz arena. Let's go for it. I missed maybe one or two first games, but let's try to do it. Wow. Look at this guy Elo. It has 3 numbers. Interesting. Okay, so our friend Metaphysic is having 9084 Elo, 984 Elo. Although his opening is not that bad, I could say. Okay, so do I have 995 tactic here? Let's try this out. I mean, I also create queen a4 ideas. Of course, he has to take my bishop. It seems like he has to take my bishop. Now I can go queen takes, I think. Yeah, knight takes, it's a bad move, because now I threaten bishop and also knight c6. So we're going for knight c6 here, attacking queen and king at the same time. So I'm most probably winning the queen here. Okay, let's give a check as well. No, let's take the queen, because then we threaten checkmate in 2 moves. If, for example, opponent takes rook. So this is going to be a checkmate now. And we move into the next game. So today, guys, we're going to play some arenas and also we have followers game. So make sure that you follow and make sure that you stay until the end so we can play a couple of games. I was a bit late into joining this tournament, as it appears. A couple of players have played 2 or 3 games already. Let's continue to berserking until we find a player more highly related to our Elo. Knight f6, it's a logical approach. I think queen a5 is playable. Yeah, should be playable. Okay, let's castle. Okay, a3. Okay, let's take this guy. Queen c7 or queen d8? Let's go queen d8. Okay, let's play b6, bishop b7. This is not very good for black, but I like the idea in this position. Take with pawn. Knight takes, bishop b7. Bishop takes. takes, I can still go bishop b7, I think. I don't see any harm. But I have to play a bit faster. Okay, let's claim the pair of bishops. Also, his pawn structure is not that great anymore. We have the pair of bishops. Yeah, knight here is an option. I wonder if I can take. Okay, let's take. If pawn takes, I'm just going to take the two rooks. Hopefully it could be ending good for me. Knight here is checkmate, by the way. So he should have put his bishop in front, but once again he had serious issues in this position. So that was a nice attack actually. Okay, we wait for next opponent, guys. Let's continue the Berserk. Okay, here we go e5. Perhaps some... oh, he takes. Okay, we can take with knight here. One idea. Second idea to take with pawn. Let's take with knight. A bit more tricky. This shouldn't be that great, since I'm getting some tempo. But let's see what happens. Okay, castle seems like a normal choice. Also c5 is tempting here, because bishop does not have any good squares. Okay, let's play c5. If he takes, also queen takes is possible. Okay, let's take with bishop perhaps. No, let's take with queen, allow those possibilities generally. Also h3 is not playable for my opponent now, because I have queen h4. So yeah, queen f3 is probably the best move for my opponent. I'm going to castle. Now he's playing h3 perhaps. And I should be able to go back. Now queen here, he has g3. Let's try to open the position a bit. It seems like he's not very ready. Oh, if I go here, he develops knight. Let's go back. The bad thing for me in this situation is that I don't have much time, so I need to win fastly. If knight takes, queen a5 is coming. I'm just playing a couple of fast moves to see if my opponent sees some threats. I think I'm winning a piece here. Oh, he has queen here, unfortunately. But if queen here, I have rook takes. So that's a nasty one for my opponent. Yeah, he didn't see this. Now king here is obligated. I take and I take the bishop. I'm up a piece, and he obviously resigns for this reason. So we have a good start. 3 wins, all of them berserks. Okay, let's berserk one more. I'm going to be a bit cocky here. This is a Scandinavian defense, so he went for knight f6. I wasn't really prepared for it. but I think I can figure out what to do. Okay, he's not threatening anything. Taking my bishop is not a great issue. The plan is clear, h5 and open his king. Also, the A file is open for me now. Okay, knight d5 is a good idea, I think, for my opponent. Pawn takes, of course. Okay, queen there is obviously going for some queen a3 if I castle. But this I didn't fully understand. Okay, let's take. And then I can castle. He has a white square bishop, so my king should be pretty much safe here. I go rook h6, rook h1. Okay, he takes my knight. Perhaps I should have played knight d4 to keep the knights inside. Hello warrior, how are you doing, my friend? Okay, so I can take the queen for the two rooks, but I don't think it's great. I think I should be a bit patient to claim something else as well. Let's go here. If queen here, I go king d2. Perhaps I can play some queen h4. We will see. Okay, let's go for queen h4. He needs to do something about this. I only see rook h5. Don't see any other ideas. Good, passed an exam a few hours ago. Oh, I'm so happy about you, warrior. Congratulations. What exam was it? What was the exam, warrior? This rook is completely misplaced. I need to find a way to activate this rook. Okay, rook h4 is fine, I think. Threaten is rook g4. Okay, exchanging everything could be winning for me. Also, I can go for the rook's endgame. I mean, I have a pawn up after all. Doesn't matter if it's weak pawn or not weak pawn. It seems like I am faster here. This endgame is winning. I fucked up a bit, as you can all understand. Wow, I fucked up too much. Oh, come on. I could even give up my rook for the pawn. What is this now? Incredible blunder. So you're finishing, warrior. Congratulations. I mean, how did I even play this endgame like this? That was the worst possible scenario for me. What is your subject, warrior? What are you doing masters into? If you want to share, of course. I mean, I had so much time and I just played completely incorrectly the endgame. I didn't see that the pawn is getting promoted so easily. I missed it. I mean, I had no reason to take the pawns with a king. I could just push my pawns. I just got greedy and I didn't count. Okay, let's take with pawn. Rook e7 was a bit more correct there, because now I give bishop c4 with the tempo. But okay, I have knight c5 ideas. And this pawn does not have a great support. I have given the pair of bishops, but I don't know if it really matters. Okay, let's go knight c5, why not? Oh, so you're a lawyer. So you already have the first degree and you just got your master, congratulations. Let's push this bishop. No. Also queen b6 was possible. Okay, I'm going for queen b6 now. He wants knight here, let's play h5. Ah, I didn't know this, warrior. In what country are you studying? Okay, so what do I play here? Oh, I'm not really sure. Not really sure about this. Perhaps knight c6? Okay, let's go knight c6. I mean, bishop takes, rook takes, I'm fine. Okay, let's go in d8. He's playing some creative chess, I have to admit this. But I think I am much better. Now rook g6 is coming, pinning this knight to the ground. And then rook d2. It seems like I'm controlling pretty much this game. Okay, what is this doing exactly? Check, I go here. Wait, he can play rook h8. Maybe this is an issue for me. I didn't handle this the perfect way. Oh, so I understand. So those three things, medicine, psychology, and law, is like this. I didn't know, to be honest. Happy to learn. And you're studying in Poland. I have a couple of friends from Poland. Okay, should I take this? Knight takes, bishop takes, rook takes. Fuck it, I'm going to take. I'm bored. If knight takes, I also have rook h6 idea. Queen is guarding this. How do I play this so badly? I don't understand. According to my calculation, I might be winning the endgame, but it's very close. Wait a minute, did he had mate in one here? Wow, look at what I played. Wow. Some terrible mistakes, guys. I played the first three games almost perfectly. In the fourth game, I was playing a great match, and then I fucked up the end game. I mean, if he takes a5 and I have a fast... What have I done? I'm going to lose one of my pawns. Okay, I'm playing extremely bad. Okay, let's exchange queens, at least. I'm not 100% this is winning, but it could be winning. Wait, is this just queening up? I mean... Yeah, I think it's just queening up, yeah? Simple as that. I mean, I knew that this endgame was probably winning because of this free pawn, but I didn't know that that was going to win so fast. Because his king was not supposed to be so far away. What is this knight c6 move? I'm probably going for it. Let's go here and here. I don't want to play anything here. I'm hoping in long term that this c file could be advantage for me. Let's play d4. Okay, I think that those black bishops can go off. And then the position should be better for me. I mean, he has to play something like c5 here. Yeah, he did. It's very nice for him. I'm still going to play this positionally. Okay, let's play knight d2, rook c1, stop c5, and then I have a clear advantage, I think. Okay. I can play rook c1 in the next move. c5 is not possible for him yet. The only bad thing is that my queen is here. I would prefer her into a more active square, but it's fine. My knight will eventually get those squares. Except if he takes f3, that I will consider taking with a knight, so I retain some control into those pawns. So rook c1 is coming. I don't really see what is the plan for my opponent. I will obviously stop any c5 ideas. Okay, he takes, he wants to go queen here, I suppose. I'm not sure, we will see. Yeah, so that's a good plan. Okay, let's try to see if he's afraid of my attack. So the idea is h5, knight back, and then perhaps h6. He has to go knight back. g6 is very ugly. If I get my queen to f6, he immediately loses the game. So if he plays something like h5, I go immediately e6, because this knight has no more the support that he did. So he goes back without me forcing him. Okay, let's play h5. I mean, if he takes an a2, it's the same position pretty much. Now also the e-file is advantage for me. Unfortunately, he can try to play some knight f5, because it also supports the g7 pawn. But I go here, Okay, I should be doing well in this position. Although it's a bit disgusting that he can take both of my pawns. Need to activate my rook, but also I need to be careful. I don't know yet who from those pawns I want to take. Perhaps this and this. Of course, I don't want to exchange knights. Wow, look at what I blundered. This is not my day, guys. Not my day. Obviously not my day. I play those games terribly, guys. Terribly. I cannot understand how I do such a thing. What is this guy doing? Hello, Stockfish Goat. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome to the company, Stockfish God. I'm good as well. I play some horrible games today in this arena. Yeah, not just a bit laggy, tons of laggy. Somehow I underestimated a tactic from my opponent and I paid it. Okay, let's go for e5. And I will try to play Stafford defense if he takes. Or the Budapest Gambit, as it's called otherwise, I think. Okay, he decides not to take e5 and play this variation. Okay, here we go bishop b4. I think he has to play d5, knight d7, and then he has to protect this pawn somehow. But I should be doing good here. Okay, let's go knight g6. Natural spot. Perhaps I go knight f4. So he wants to play f4? I don't really think so. Okay, now I can play knight h5 because this knight does not have any good discoveries. I go back. He wants c5, c5 is not doing anything though. He can take a couple of times if he wants. Wait, this should not be a move here. Should I go here? Seems like funny. d4, knight f6, c4, e5 is Budapest. Okay, so this is the Stamford defense, what I was speaking about. Wait a minute, can I take? Takes, take. I can also take his bishop firstly. I'm definitely winning a piece here. Okay, queen takes this. This is GG. The pawn is pinned, and this is a checkmate. So we get the fire. I have confused the names, Stockfish. Good to have you here to remind. Close Sicilian. We are expert in this. I am recently playing some position in open Sicilian very much recently. I started. I think I could go knight g5. Okay, now he stopped it. If I take, he takes with this pawn. Okay, let's just gather up forces here. Knight h4 is legitimate move. So he's completely ignoring me. I will bring my other knight here as well. He is underdeveloped, and also if he takes, I take, and then this pawn becomes weak. Okay, bishop protects. Now where is this knight going? Only here, I think. So I can take, takes, and then I take, and I grab a pawn, I think. Yep, he takes it back. Okay, let's take once and go queen e2. He castled alongside. Amazing. Okay, I will try this d4 move. It seems like an interesting choice. What? Okay, let's go here. I mean, there is no way that this is holding for black. Let's be honest here. How is this holding for black? I'm pretty sure that this is not playable. I mean, this can't be playable. I have rook f7 threat, followed by queen somewhere and checkmate. This is over, I think. He has 0 checks. Okay, should I try to exchange as well? No, I think I want to keep the rooks inside. Let's take this pawn, give a check here. Okay, queen takes, rook d1, I go rook f1. Rook f1 as well. I threaten checkmate. I grab the rook. And eventually the checkmate comes. Perhaps I had some other combinations for checkmate as well. Not 100% sure, but... Okay, let's keep berserking. This is the way to win the tournament, guys. Okay, bishop c4, I go knight c6. a3 is completely incorrect move. g4 I will take with knight without any second thoughts. Now g4 could be interesting. Knight takes d4. Queen h4 should be good for me. Okay, let's go for this. Knight takes and queen h4. Okay, this is losing 100%. He cannot provide any support in f3, so his only choices are to somehow sacrifice queen here. But how can he actually sacrifice queen? I don't see. Bishop takes f7 could be a try. Of course, here I can take with check. Queen has to take, and then queen takes g5, perhaps. I can also take the queen and play with huge advantage. Okay, let's count. Queen g5, queen f7, king d8. He has no more checks here. So he has to go for queen g3, I think. Okay, this is incorrect. If I'm counting 100% accurately. His king now is falling apart. And I should be checkmating or winning his queen in a couple of moves. Oh, I see your challenge, Ag. After this tournament, perhaps we can play some games with followers, yeah? But let's finish this tournament firstly, my friend. Okay, I think he can resign here. Do I have checkmate? Or just I win the queen? Okay, I just win the queen, it's fine. I could be having some checkmates also. Okay, let's take the queen. Let's give a check firstly. It doesn't seem like I have a checkmate because he can go in g1. So I just take the queen. And honestly, take the queen as well. Rook f2 is coming and he has zero compensation. The bishop takes. King here, we have queen here. And then rook f6. Pretty much the same idea if rook takes. I can pre-move rook h6, I think, it's safe. Now he's checkmate in one. I don't know why this guy is keep playing. It's a clear resign position. So I have one last game to play. I will try to berserk in the last game as well. Okay, so I have many ideas here. I don't fully recognize which is the correct. This seems like an interesting choice. This seems like an interesting choice as well. And also this is a good approach, I think. King back here, of course. Now I can try to reposition my knight. Or I can go here. Okay, if he gives his bishop, I think it's the last defending piece out there. So I want my bishop inside. If I had more time, I would spotify a better attacking plan. Now I am a bit lost. I think my knight belongs there. I'm not 100% sure. And I miss many moves, guys. I miss too many moves. I honestly don't know what to do here, guys. Somehow I don't understand what is my attack. I'm sure that I have an attack here, but I don't understand what it is. I just blundered this guy. I think I'm having good advantage, but if I don't win the position, it doesn't really matter, does it? I play a very stupid move, guys. Okay, guys. Number 2, who passed me? Who passed me, guys? How is that possible that I'm number 2? I berserked. And I was number 1 with a couple of points advantage. How is that possible that I lose first place? I don't understand. Wow. And this guy is just not going to play very fast. This is what normally happens in tournament. Okay, let's go for g takes. It's not correct, but I'm going to risk here. Don't want to exchange pieces. He's going for c4, perhaps. He wants to brain this pawn structure. Have to support. Also queen g3 is available. I want rook g1, queen g3. Perhaps as a plan. Thanks for the congrats, Ag. Or should I say AGG? 2 more minutes. But I don't understand how I'm second, guys. I really don't understand this. I berserk every game, and in the last game I was first with 2 points advantage. What I'm doing is skid attack, by the way. Not serious chess. This guy's thinking so hard. This is the only move. Come on. Play it. You don't have any other options. This should be a blunder. Yeah, 50 seconds I cannot make it, guys. Only if he takes I can make it. There's no way he takes. He's not a bad player. So unfortunately I think that I will lose first place. If I was taking, rook was taking. With bad sequence for my queen. This seems like a winning position, but it's not easy to convert. He also found a good move. Now he has to play bishop c6. Okay guys, tournament is over. Unfortunately I got the second place. So now I have to focus on this. Just threatening to take this pawn. Let's go to protect. Okay, this is draw. Except if he continues to play like this, that he can lose. Okay, so this guy somehow managed to... Okay, wait, what? Wait a minute. I played with this guy and I win him, and then he won 3 games in a row? How did he do this? I mean, if you remember one game I played him and I win him, and then he won 3 games and I won only 1. He won 3 games in 10 minutes or what? I mean, how is this possible? Good luck, my friend, Ag. Let's try the bishop opening. I'm going to play one very sharp. Oh, you go for bishop e6. Is this good? I'm not 100% sure. I don't know bishop e6 move. I have never seen it, I think. Perhaps it's good for black. I suppose that by the time that you play it, you know something. It seems like ugly because the pawn structure is getting bad, but pawns are controlling squares, so it's not that bad. This is not working because knight takes f3. Although I can take with g-pawn and introduce an interesting pawn structure. But then knight h5 and he has squares, yeah? So okay, let's just take. Now I have to solve the issue of my king. Maybe bishop g5, queen d2 or queen e2. And then some... okay, let's go queen e2 first, I think. Knight is not possible to go this and this way because queen controls. Okay, so queen d4. I was not going to play bishop e3, so I have to consider this option if I like it. But immediately queen b4 and I have to play back knight c3. So I go for bishop g5. And let's see what happens. Dude, I can't get over it that I got the second place in the last tournament. I deserve to get the first place. I mean, we played with each other and I crushed him. How did he win 3 games in 7 minutes? By the way, bishop g5 might be incorrect, because if bishop b4 I have to go bishop d2. I don't want him to ruin my pawn structure. So our friend is taking his time. I think I should be castling here. I don't see at this time any serious issue with me castling. Rook f1 is pretty normal. Also taking in f6 is interesting, but this bishop is very strong afterwards. Yeah, bishop b4, we saw that coming. So now I can play bishop e3, and I can also play knight b5. Okay, let's go for bishop e3. Hi Gabi, how are you doing, friend? Welcome. Okay, queen is going back. That is legit. Now I don't really want him to take my knight. I want more from my position. Surely if it goes to an endgame, whatever endgame it is, I have advantage. So this knight is not good here, but how can he improve it? Should I go knight d2? Okay, if he gives his bishop, I take with rook or with bishop. I'm not sure yet. I have a very strong bishop. If he doesn't, my knight comes in c4, and that should be a problem for my opponent. He has to now somehow protect e5. If he goes knight d7, I'm taking h5. Knight g4, I always have h3 ideas. Also bishop g5. Yeah, bishop d6 was the best move. Perhaps I play some h3 move. It feels like h5 is aiming to play knight g4. Perhaps bishop g5 was very good as well. So in order to kick this knight back, he has to commit and play b5, which honestly doesn't seem very attractive. So here, of course, I'm going to play bishop g5. Now this knight is under attack, and if he goes bishop e7, this e5 pawn is getting hurt. Very, very important move would be to play king b1 at some point. For him as well, king b8. Because those pawns are considered a threat at some variations. Yeah, bishop e7 is his only move, but now look, knight e5 and then knight g6, and he should be losing some material right there, I think. Also, I don't think he has any tricks with knight e4, because knight e4 is not threatening anything. I just take his bishop. I mean, generally. He will play something like queen a6 or queen a4. Yeah, g6 was a blunder, I think, Stockfish. But I think that I already had some better position. Yeah, queen e8 is obviously the only move. So what should I do here? How to apply more pressure. That seems like a normal plan. Rook in f3 perhaps, because in f2 it's black square. I don't know for the future. Okay, I mean I can trade some things, it's not that bad for me. Takes, takes, takes. How isn't that losing? Perhaps he can take my rook first. Perhaps. Okay, so do we have any more challenges? Queen a6 and rook d6 to try to checkmate. Yeah, I think it was not working, honestly. Because queen a6, I would just take the pawn, threaten the bishop. I mean here, you mean queen a6. Oh, maybe you speak for before g6. I don't know. But here, queen a6, I mean I just take, and if he takes a2 or if he plays rook d6, I'm taking with check, then I'm taking the knight. Also king has escape route, so I think there's no way black has a counterplay. He had to play queen e8, it's a must move, but the position is very bad. I mean honestly. Here I think he could take rook, but after bishop takes, the position seems to be losing. I mean, he's down a piece now, and it seems like he will be at least down an exchange after knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes, for example. So, think that... Yeah, before g6, let's see this out. So, obviously, my friend Ag, g6 was a mistake. So, if queen a6 now, I would just go king b1. Now you can go for what? I mean, I don't know. Because bishop e7, I just take the pawn in e5. I mean, how can you bring the rook? I don't even see a plan to bring the rook. And what does rook do in this position? Yeah, that was a very nice plan. You wanted to activate the knight, I understand. Yeah, you missed bishop g5. That was a bit... b5? Oh, you go this way. Yeah, this could be very interesting, but I think that after b5 I won't take your bishop, yeah? This bishop is very miserable here. I don't have any reason to relieve the pain from this bishop. I can just go knight d2. And now your king is not good, and you're not doing any threats. I'm also playing bishop g5 in next move. I mean, knight in b3 will defend eventually. You have to play c5 as well, then c4, and I don't think that this leads anywhere, I mean. Because at some point I can just play d4, perhaps. Generally. Bishop g5, knight b3, and I think there is no room for conversation here. So, if we don't have any more challenges, guys, make sure that you challenge me. Everyone that wants to play a game, make sure that you challenge me. We play with followers today. Ag, if you stay here, we can play later some game. So you can take the white pieces. Do I play e5 here? Knight g4? Oh, knight h5 is the idea. Now if I push, he's just taking my bishop. Short story long. For some reason I want to play g3. I don't know exactly why. I don't want to allow knight f4 as a possibility. I can go bishop g3 and play against this knight, perhaps. Yeah, this is true. This is the variation that I play. That's why we... Okay. I shouldn't take the bishop in g7. Now I allowed his knight to come back. But still I have a much better position. It feels like I have a much better position. I need some moves. Yeah, there's no way I take you here. Yeah, Ag, I'm sure you played this a good way. And I was considering if bishop e6 is playable actually, but when I saw your next moves, I understood that there is a plan. Yeah, plus 0.03. Because those double pawns are controlling squares, you know. The computer likes squares. So what happens here? Takes, takes, takes. He has rook e1, bishop f1, and bishop h3. Knight d2. Okay, I'm not going for it. Should I play an f3 move? I could do all this and then play the f3, perhaps, because now he can exchange rooks. But I'm surely much better here. If I don't lose on time. Now this is a different story because rook e1 I just have king f2. And he blundered this knight, I think. Yeah, I cannot play h3 because he has knight d2. I think the endgame should be very good for me. Oh, come on, I cannot play here because bishop g2. What a retard. I'm such a retard, guys. This is going to be a draw. Wait a minute, is that winning for me? I can't take this because this is becoming draw. No, I think that this is draw. Yeah. I think I couldn't take this. Yeah, I missed a win, guys. Somewhere I missed a win. If I take king g8, then this is draw, for sure. No, that was winning. My God. My God. That was winning. Oh my Jesus. It was the position and I intuitively thought that it was a draw, but because it's the last rank, it's winning. You can just push the pawn. Such a retard. I am such a retard, guys. That is a variation, guys, that I am playing from time to time. It's very interesting variation of France attacking the French. I have won the d5 pawn. If he does not find any real counterplay, he's much worse. This is a nice try for counterplay. Queen here seems like the only move, I think. Now queen e4. And that's what I missed, yeah? That's what I fucking missed. I could be having some tactical threats, but not anything serious here. I have to go back and see how I fucked up. This is not supposed to happen. Wow. He has rook e4 because I don't have knight g5. Wow. This is crazy. This is 100% crazy. I'm just so tilted. I'm just so tilted, guys. Okay, let's play with this FIDE master. We have won him once already. We can achieve this once again. Today is the day for e5. I haven't played any Alekhine yet, and generally not many other things. Let's go for Stanford defense. Okay, he goes back, I take e4. Should I try d5? Okay, let's try it. Now I can take. Perhaps he has some bishop h7 ideas at some point, but maybe not yet. Going to create a safe king, or at least I hope I create a safe king. Now bishop g5, I go in d7. He wants to go after this pawn. Okay, let's try to create counterplay, guys. Could also play f6 and rook d8. That was another option for me. But I go for the more aggressive plan. Now knight e7. This is a weakness. Of course, I have a couple of weaknesses as well, so knight inside is what I expect. King rook e8 or rook c8. I'm not that sure. Let's go rook c8 because we might need this bishop somewhere else. King f8 and we attack f5. So positionally I am better. The only question is if this is winning or not. What is my FIDE rated? Is 1900, but I haven't been playing for a couple of years now because I don't have enough time. I'm doing other things. I'm actually playing basketball, let's say semi-professionally. So we can go for bishop c5 perhaps. Basketball, yes, I'm playing in a team. It's Pevki. The name of the team is Pevki. It's in the third category here in Greece. I was playing in a higher level, but I had a very serious injury, and I had actually two very serious injuries, and since then I'm unfortunately not able to playing this level anymore. So I think I have outplayed him pretty much. Let's see if we convert. It seems like this pawn falls as well. Okay. f3, king f2, and f6, king f7 with black. Okay. No, I'm all right now. I just lost some years from my career, let's say, and also I lost some try to develop myself. It was way back when I was young. So I'm going to play you once more, my friend, and now I'm forced to play your move. So I really hope that you can win me. You try to kill me on spot. I like the way you handle this, my friend. I like very much the way you handle it. Okay, I will take. Okay, here is your opportunity. I give you an opportunity to win me. Here is your opportunity, my friend. You pushed your pawns in a very nice way, so I think it's fair for you to have a good opportunity. Yeah, h takes g6, that's a natural move. Who can blame you for playing this? It feels like I have to take. It's a bit disgusting, but what can I do? I'm going to remove bishop takes h8, because if rook takes, king takes, you have a knight f7 idea. Until this point, you're handling the position very well, my friend. Okay, knight c3 was the move. Well done. I think I have to go here. Yeah, there is not something specific to find, you just have to play the position. So, what did you see and you took this knight? I am wondering. Perhaps I do this firstly? Okay, let's go firstly for this. I don't want to allow you to go queen h2 next. Yeah, just developing was what you should do. I mean, maybe you had some tactics previously, but who knows? You see, you can play against this bishop at this game. But I think that queen e2 was not the correct. At some point you should have played knight e4. Yeah, you were thinking about queen h2, I understand this, but in queen h2, okay. You're still better, don't get frustrated. Okay, I'm going for knight d4, I want to exchange knights. Let's see what you do. Do you take this? Do you not take this? Yeah, you're trying to trap me once again. You're such a tricky guy, aren't you? If I take your knight, you probably have a very good plan on mating me, somehow. And I believe it. I see checkmate in 2, actually. If I take queen d8, king g7, and then queen f6 is probably the checkmate you're dreaming for. So I have to try to harass you a bit more. Aha, you are going there. Okay, I think I have to go for this now. I think. Yeah, unfortunately you have this and I don't have any good checks here, but can I take b2? Or am I just opening your rook if I do so? I'm actually not very sure. I'm out of comfort in this position. Completely out of comfort. I don't really agree with this move. Although it does not mean it's not correct. Yeah, you exchange queens, is that good for you? I mean, definitely it's not that bad for you. Okay, of course I need to take, I cannot do anything else, but now I have to think. Because I lose e6 100%. That's a very weird endgame, my friends. Oh, you have this move. I didn't see this move. But now you allowed my king to get f5 square. So I'm probably having drawing possibilities. Or perhaps I don't. I believe that this position is in the edge of draw. But maybe wins for white. Maybe it wins for white. If you had one more move, it would be win for you. But now I think it's draw because I can play a6. If knight takes, king takes b5. Oh, wait a minute. What did I do? Pawn takes. It's not draw. It's not draw. You win, man. You win. You win completely. I should have played king b6 firstly. Let's see if with king b6 it's draw. I forgot about pawn takes a6. King b6, king d6. So it's actually winning. But is it? This is a very interesting position. Very interesting position. I think that it could be draw because king b6, king d6, and now how does white improve? I go, for example, I don't have any moves. If I go king b7, you can reroute the knight. d5? No, you cannot, because you want the knight to control a6 square. If you go knight d5, I go king b6. You played extremely well, Lag. Congratulations. I'm just trying to figure out what this endgame is, because I have never seen this before. I think that this is a draw. I think that this is a draw. Let's put the stockfish to think. Okay, here, and what is the plan? If I go here. Ah, king c8. Wow, very nice. And king goes the other way. So yeah, it was winning for you. Well done, Nag. Well done, my friend. You played a very solid game. The endgame slipped from me a bit when I had the pair of bishops. I should have done a bit better, but you played very well. Extremely well. Congratulations. Yo, Jose, thank you very much for the follow, dude. Yeah, godly opening, true. So how do I spell it? Jose, Jose, maybe? Spanish name? That's not a 100% correct move, but I'm going to do it. Okay, Yag. Have a nice night, my friend. Bye, bye. Thanks for the games as well. Okay, let's go knight c6. Knight d5. Takes with rook. We go back. Perhaps we put the other knight inside. Also g6 is possible. Okay, let's go a5 and bishop a6 perhaps. That's a strange position. I cannot go knight e5 because he takes. So I have to go here, I think. Also g6, bishop g7 is not working. Perhaps I try to pressure this with knight f6 ideas. I'm holding d6 at this moment. So the idea is that he cannot play f3 here because the bishop is hanging. But he can play this. I completely and utterly forgot about this tactic. Okay, so he does not take my rook. Okay, let's go back. I'm an exchange down, but okay. No one is perfect. This is getting prepared. Okay, I'm going to take, perhaps. I'm spending too much time, guys. Okay, let's go for this. I got myself mated with queen a8. And we resign. I could not control the squares. He had too many squares and my bishop was just too passive there. Also, this tactic was winning an exchange for him, so I think I take in this variation. Okay, why is that good for black? Okay, I understand now why is that good for black. Here takes, knight e4, double check. He's winning back the material. So if I go back, he just has knight e4. Wow. How do I protect this f2? I have to play bishop e3? Perhaps. I think this is the only legit movement, but he can take. He can also play rook e8. I fucked up. My opening was very poor. Okay, let's develop. Took. Okay, fuck it. I mean, I should be having some activity after all. This is probably close to lost, but not lost yet. Just close to lost. Unbelievably difficult position. Okay, I got this guy on time. Position was probably losing, but at some point it was probably winning as well, so it's two-edged what happened. Let me join this hourly Super Blitz arena, and this is going to be it for today's stream. Okay, we play an IM in first game. Have already lost once from him. Let's try not to make it twice. So the whole idea here is that I play h3, knight f3 and try to not let this bishop become very useful. Of course there is g6, bishop f5 idea, which I don't like to take because it brings a pawn in a central square controlling some more squares and also allowing rook g8 ideas, pressuring my king. So my strategy here is knight d2 and b4. h6, he is seeking for some g5 perhaps. Now my idea becomes knight d2, pressuring this knight. If he takes queen takes, he has weak e7, I have weak b5. Then he has weak b7, I have weak c3. So we both have some weaknesses here. I don't know whose position is worse, but it seems like after takes takes, I have rook e5 also idea. So that's why he took this pawn. I should have taken, I had queen h6, I'm such an idiot. Such an idiotic play from me. I missed a win there. I completely and utterly missed a win there. That's so sad. But I should be still having better position. It feels like his king is really weak here. And that's why he's trying to escape with queen c6, but there's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I think that in this point I'm just torturing him. His position is greatly bad. Incredibly bad. And this is going to be lost eventually. I almost played g3. Yeah, this is funny a bit. Okay, so... Wow, what is this emote? That's very nice, warrior. And proper timing, winning an IM. Winning an IM. So, okay. Let's berserk this guy. 785, what is this? What is this guy doing? Is he trolling? Or this is his game style actually? Perhaps trolling is the game style of someone. Oh, that's a very nice emote, dude. Very nice. I didn't know that it was Chessbrass. So I didn't want to checkmate in one. I just want to see how much material I can win. So now I will try to take his queen out of the board. Also, I have this very nice idea. Let's see if it works. If queen takes, I have check. Okay, now I have to go for checkmate, because this is a nice checkmate, guys. See, it closes the queen from coming back. Bishop has to sacrifice, and then queen takes. Yeah, I know, but I was just saying that some of those moves, I mean, going back and forth, it seemed like he was trolling. So now you see, he makes me suffer because I didn't checkmate him before. He's taking revenge on me. Okay. 13th place. One win, one good win, and one berserk. Let's go. So should I berserk more or just go for straight up wins? Maybe he thought he can flag you. Yeah, perhaps. 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 So what do I do here? Let me remember. I think I have lost a tempo actually, somewhere. I was supposed to have c5 played there. I totally lost a tempo somewhere. Okay, let's continue in this way. He's surely taking his time. So I can give two pieces for... So he wants to play e5. Okay, let's go knight c6. If e5, we go knight b4. You see, he wanted to remove the knight from f6 and checkmate me in h7. But there is no way I allow such a thing to happen. And now his position... What? I didn't see this option for him. So he can go for the material here. Takes, takes, takes. I mean, do I keep the queen here? But I lose too much material if I keep the queen. I mean, I could be just losing after this. For example, queen d7, he takes with check, and then he takes my knight. This is going to be very, very bad for me. If I take, he takes, I take with check, and then I take. And this is a less bad for me. That was a very nice idea from my opponent. Congratulations to him. I had zero idea that he could go for this tactic. Okay, what is he thinking? Is there any choice that he doesn't take my queen? I mean, at least now I have even material. Okay, let's go for this trick. And knight will be pinned. I'm starting to think that this guy is cheating. This is coming into my mind, to be honest with you guys. Because he's finding some very unique moves. We will see if that unique moves are very good or not, but he's finding some very, very unique moves. Now how he removes this rook from here? Wow, I blundered my rook. I'm such an awful player. I'm terrible, guys. Wow. Amazing. This knight is trapped. No, it's not trapped. Unfortunately, it escapes. Okay, guys, I will just say that most likely this guy was cheating. Most likely. I won't say 100%, but most likely. Okay, so let's go for one idea that I'm playing recently. This open Sicilian, sacrificing a pawn. Don't try this at home. Maybe I should have played a4. Okay, let's do this now. He wanted to take and exchange pieces. I don't really want to exchange pieces. Some knight e5 he can do, some e5 perhaps. Okay, e5. Now I can go bishop g5, take and go knight d5. One idea. Perhaps I can play for f4. He's now thinking if he wants to allow me to take his knight. He decided that he doesn't, obviously. He's attacking this and this at the same time. I need to take this, unfortunately. This is not my favorite move, but what can we do? Yeah, this knight c5 idea made me to lose control of this game. Let's see if I get punished or not. Perhaps I get punished. We will see. Eventually. Okay, let's go for this endgame. Although it seems very, very bad. It seems like a tragedy for me, but seems like a huge tragedy for me. I don't know why I didn't take his rook, to at least prevent losing more material. This is a position that we could say that I should resign at this point. Okay, should I try to flag him? Now he realized it that he didn't play this the perfect way, but he can give up his rook to have a new queen and to eventually somehow checkmate me. Not so sure, we will see. The queen is in a tragic spot. That's bad news for me. Yeah, and he had a checkmate. I could not prevent it, unfortunately. But I did my best, so... Okay. What? Why did he allow me to take? Wow, I really don't understand. He allowed me to take his knight. Super wow. Okay. Since he wants so badly to lose. Okay, knight here, queen takes g6, queen takes h4, he has nothing. So let's actually go for it. Another double attack. Okay, I feel terrible, guys. He managed to give me a check. This is terrible. My rook c1 moves is to prevent king escaping from c3, of course. So let's drink some water. Why am I stuck playing with so low elo? Okay, we go back to close Sicilian, guys. In the last game, I got crushed. Okay, c3 is legit. I don't know if I want queen to c3, but I will find out soon enough. Okay, let's go here. Let's take this guy. I mean, a pawn is a pawn. Also, his king is not greatly good. Bishop h6 is not doing anything extraordinary. I want to open his king once again. He might be thinking that he escaped the danger, but this is not the case, guys. Not the case at all. I don't think the king can escape here. Okay, here we have this tactic. He's getting mated in a couple of moves. That was actually a very nice game. My plan to open the A file was crucial to finish fast. So I'm getting something like London here. Perhaps. Now this a5 I can even take if I want. I would just want to see where my opponent is hoping to go. He takes with the e-pawn. Alright, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Should I go to a5? Maybe bishop b5 ideas? Okay, so he wants to checkmate me. That's very understandable, of course. If I take, he has b4. Unfortunately. So this guy is playing a nice game, I think. My king doesn't feel very safe in this position. Not very safe. Okay, he decided that this is good enough for him. Who am I to judge? He wants knight g6. So bishop d5, he has knight g6? No, he doesn't. If knight takes, pawn takes. The answer is simple. The problem is that I cannot kick this knight back. This is a huge problem. Perhaps I had an annoying move there that I missed. What is this? I think he fucked up a bit. Okay. That was an interesting game. My opponent was very creative, but he needed to become a bit more aggressive in the queen side somehow. I don't know how, but in the king side he had nothing else to do, and he needed to try to create some plan into the queen side. Okay, let's berserk. Come on. Common mistake for beginners. He went there, okay. That seems like a tragedy for him. He is at least losing a queen. He should be resigning here, of course. Okay, so one more win in the pocket, guys. One more win. We are number 5 now. With 22 points. Okay, I need to win this guy, so I'm not going to berserk against him. This is correct. This is considered to be incorrect. I don't remember the exact theory, guys. I think f5 here, knight f2, and then queen h5. Perhaps I am forgetting something. Okay, this is incorrect because queen takes g4. Makes some sense. Now h4, very crucial to open the h-file. I don't care about losing a pawn. It doesn't matter. I'm going to checkmate here. So okay, h takes. Knight takes c4 and queen h5, I think. Should be the case. Queen h5, I'm threatening checkmate and checkmate. And this is over. Pretty fast. The bishop opening, if your opponent does not know theory, is very difficult for him to defend. What is this? Is this a move? f4. Okay, we're going to take, of course. And now I have to figure out how I win. I can try this. Okay, I go here. I can go here if I want. Can I? Okay, let's go back. Let's not risk everything. Knight e6 was a blunder. I have to organize how to bring my pieces. Okay, knight g5. He was threatening rook and knight, of course. The position seems to be terrible for my opponent, but if I don't win, I don't win. It seems like he should be collapsing fast. The question is how. Is this the way? Okay, so he's now threatening a checkmate. Let's go back to f5. Okay, I will win the endgame. I'm hoping to win the endgame. Oh wow, I almost played rook c4. Amazing. I'm 2 pawns up. Okay, this should be enough, yeah? No worries. Wow. One little blunder. Hmm. He goes for knight g5 here, I go queen e8, the only move, and then something like knight f6. But this is not very great for me. Okay, fuck this, I'm going to give an exchange. Practically, this is not very bad for me. Perhaps I should pick one more pawn. I lost my chance. I want to go for rook f8 here, and then I should be fine. What can he play? Because the knight is pinned to the queen, and the queen is pinned... The knight is pinned to the rook. So... 2 pawns up again in the endgame. And the endgame is coming. I don't think he can somehow escape exchanging queens here. Now the knight is getting trapped because he doesn't have c5 square. He has to go back. GG. So 5 more minutes, I am in 6th place. Unfortunately, I'm far away from the first 3 places. That's okay. I made some terrible losses in this tournament. I had some completely winning positions that I didn't convert into wins, so it is logical that I don't get any medal here. Yeah, that was brutal indeed, my friend. The queen was coming. Okay, let's play a5. He is gifting the black bishop. Do we want it? Maybe not yet, but perhaps we want it in a minute. Of course he moves the rook, of course I play a4, he plays b4, I play c3. I want to open his king. Eventually he's going to try to open mine as well. I bind my knights together. They love each other, my knights. They have a very good relationship. He wants to take here. Okay, I will allow him. Now he's playing g5, I go back, and I threaten to take b4. Okay, I don't care about this. Or actually I can take and then claim this pawn. He takes d3, but his king is opening. And I have the pair of bishops, so it feels like I have a very, very good position. Except if I fuck up somehow. Let's hope that I don't fuck up. The important thing here is that I control the black bishop, because the position is very open, and the one that has the bishop here has an advantage. Will he try to play c4? Let's find out. c4, most probably I play b3. Knight b4, queen takes c4. If knight b4, the c5 pawn is hanging, so I don't know what I miss. Okay, nothing. He just wanted to exchange, I assume. Okay, let's go here. I will allow him to take this pawn if he wants this so badly, and I will play rook b1 and e5 then. Knight c4, e5, he takes e3, I take b7. Okay, I won't count more, this has to be winning for me. I have also rook f7 idea. He can play this, huh? I didn't see this. Let me go here. Now I go here. And the knight has fall. Okay guys, so we got 12 position. Oh, the last game didn't count probably. So thank you everyone for being around and for joining the party, following, participating in chat,